The biggest game of the weekend. Again, shout out to those of you who joined us for our live stream. For this one, we had the big match, first versus third at the time. Manchester United versus Arsenal.
What a game.
United, by the time this game started, we're still fourth. What a game it was. United surprisingly started Weghorst and Scott McTominay. But man, this was back and forth. This was like the old United-Arsenal rivalry games that I'm used to seeing. I know you have too.
Yeah, this was a fun game, man. It was just fun. You're right, a little surprised McTominay, but I understand why he did play because Casemiro was suspended for this game. Weghorst, I don't know who else they're going to put up there. Martial, I'm pretty sure, is still injured.
Yeah.
Could, I guess, put Rashford there, but he's been tearing it up on the left flank.
Yeah.
And he tore it up on the left flank again for this game.
Yeah.
He scores the first goal. Yeah.
You want to talk about that strike?
The first goal, Marcus Rashford scores, but the way he went around Party, man, that was beautiful. And then a rocket down there to the lower left-hand corner. Ramsdale diving to the right, couldn't get there.
Yeah.
United go up 1-0.
Yeah. And, honestly, at that point, United almost looked like the better team. But I feel like that goal kind of came out of nothing. It's just a piece of individual brilliance by Rashford.
Individual brilliance by Rashford and, kind of a poor pass by Partey.
Yeah.
Tried to thread it through. Rashford blocks it. It falls, I think it was to Bruno. And Bruno gives it back to Rashford, who goes around Partey like he's not there. And no one closes him down, so he takes a shot.
Yeah. And then not even 6 minutes later, Eddie Nketiah puts Arsenal back level after a cross from Granit Xhaka. That, I felt like, was with the run of play.
Yeah, after that goal, you could definitely tell Arsenal wanted to get back into it. But I will say, I did expect Arsenal to have more possession in this game and United to play more on a break, but it wasn't really like that. It's like United wanted to go toe-to-toe with them. They did a really good job in the first half.
All the way up until the end, I would say they did.
Yeah, they had their times in the second half, for sure, but definitely towards the end of that second half, Arsenal started to impose themselves.
Yeah. Speaking of imposing themselves, second half starts. Arsenal's a little more into the game. And then out of nothing, Bukayo Saka puts Arsenal ahead with a 25-yard worldie.
Curler, man. What a curler.
Woo!
Now I know. I don't know which one was better.
I don't either.
Rashford's or Saka's.
Impressive. But, yeah, when Saka shot that, I didn't think there was any way that was going to sneak into the far post. But
no.
Right in. It was fantastic. However, that lead only lasted 6 minutes when Lisandro Martinez gets his first goal in the Premier League for Manchester United with a brilliant flick over the top of Gabriel in the goal after a parry from Aaron Ramsdale.
What a flick, man.
Yeah.
What a flick. That was such a weird header, just his little bloop.
Yeah, and he only had a split second to react to it, and yet he still managed to do that. I thought it was fantastic, especially with how swollen his eye was. Bruise all the way across his entire cranium. Puts United in fourth, 11 points back. There he is. United are 6 points off City. How impressed were you with United in this game?
I was actually really impressed. I thought they played much better than I thought they would.
Yeah. So I guess with United being that impressive, Arsenal being just that much more, is this Arsenal's title to lose at this point?
Oh, for sure. This is definitely Arsenal's title to lose.
Yeah, they're 5 points up, game in hand. everybody keeps saying, they haven't beat a big team yet. Well, now the only big team they haven't beat is City.
I mean, they've only lost one game.
Yeah.
One game, one loss, 2 draws, and the rest are wins, man. This is theirs to lose. I mean, even history's on their side to win this. A team's never had this many points and then not won at this stage.
Yeah. Which begs the question, from where they were at the beginning of the season, where we thought they were going to be, would this season, winning the Premier League, be more impressive than the Invincibles?
No. Just because it's so hard to play a season without losing a game.
I understand
that Invincible team, don't get me wrong, they didn't have the best points that we've seen in years past, but they didn't lose a game. Like, how did they not lose a game? I remember the year after, Jose Mourinho with that Chelsea team, they were unstoppable, and they lost one game that season. And so it's hard. It's hard not to lose one. And so, it's just, that is very impressive. But again, take nothing away from this Arsenal team, the way they're performing. They're playing fantastic. They're fun to watch. Arteta has got them humming, man. Yeah.
At this point of the season, they're 5 points better off than the Invincibles were. However, the Invincibles didn't have a Manchester City squad to deal with. I understand they had Fergie's Manchester United, but...
So, yeah, I guess that could be the argument. Is maybe the teams, a lot better teams now than there were back then. Even with Newcastle, you still obviously had your Chelsea's, Liverpool's, Man United's, but yeah, Man City. And that was that team that beat Jose Mourinho that one game.
Yeah.
Manchester City. A PK from Nicolas Anelka.
There you go. But at this point, you guys let us know. Is this run more impressive than the Invincibles? It's possible. There is an argument to be had, but nothing is final yet. There's still a long way to go.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe ask me at the end of the season and see where they're at. Season's not over yet, so anything could happen. Who knows? This Arsenal team could crumble and come back down to earth here real quick and in a bad way.
Yeah. We keep waiting for it, but it hasn't happened, and I'll be honest, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, barring a catastrophe of injuries. So I'm not